We are so pleased to have in our studio the incomparable Martha Reeves.
The one and only.
Good
morning to you.
Good morning.
So good to have you here.
You like that mug there with Stephen and JoAnne right there on it?
Listen, I'm not stealing it, but I'm taking it.
Oh, no, you can have it.
You can have
It's
it.
beautiful.
Oh, thank you.
That's a lovely picture of you. That is so cute.
Hey, speaking of lovely pictures, I've got this little poster here, the lovely picture of Martha Reeves on it, titled Dance in the Street Concert, celebrating your, there's a typo here, it says 78th birthday.
Yeah, and then it's a dance concert because I'm going to introduce to Lamont Robinson, who is Cheryl Ruffin's husband.
Uh-huh.
He's starting a rhythm and blues Hall of Fame, and I think dancers should be included. So I'm going to introduce that idea and have some dancers as well come and dance for me, especially Cheryl Freed, who I saw graduate Marygrove College. She's an instructor for children between the ages of 5 and 12 over at the Northwest Activity Center. And she and her husband, Sturge Moreland, are going to dance on one of my songs. You know, the equestrian dancing where they used to hold a lady up and turn her around?
Yeah. Oh, yes.
Oh, they do similar to that, to one of my songs, My Baby Loves Me. So I'm going to introduce the dance portion of my life because we've been dancing in the street a long time.
For sure.
So I'm going to feature dancing and try to get that another category in the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame.
Oh, wonderful.
Well, they did the monkey, they did the pony, Tubby Checker did the twist.
Yeah.
I mean, there's been so many dances. And as we travel around, Detroit has outdanced Chicago
Exactly.
and outdanced New York. It seems like we had our own Robin Seymour over in Canada. In Windsor, we had our own swinging time. And we had a dance show, too, just like Dick Clark.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Bandstand and all that? Oh, sure.
Soul Train, Cornelius. So we're going to have a whole nother category. And I'm happy to say that we have some fantastic dancers. But the whole thing about the dance, Berry Gordy bought the Greystone Ballroom in the latter days that they were here in Detroit. And the ballroom dance was created in the Greystone Ballroom. Everybody's doing the ballroom hustle. Ballroom is similar to what Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers did. We used to pride ourselves of dancing slow and holding each other. So I want to see that brought back, where you actually can imitate, just like Michael Jackson, imitate Fred Astaire and Ginger Rogers, some of the moves that we used to do.
So we're going to see dancing at the big party.
Oh,
yeah, that's a big part of it.
It's a dance party.
And you're going to be singing as well, I would think.
Oh, we got to sing. You know, we got to sing.
How would Martha Reeves' party be without the singing, right?
We got to sing.
So this, I've got this as also is the 60th anniversary of Motown and specifically Dancing in the Street. That's been a long time out there.
I have 58 of those 60 years to my credit.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah, 58 years. Oh, and then I'm turning 78. You know, I didn't think I'd be here that long.
Really?
Oh, at 35, I thought it was, hey, done everything. My baby, I had a son, out of wedlock, but we made it. I just knew that 40 with the nervous breakdown, and then 50. Well, that's half a century. Can you deal 70,
right.
70? 70, 75, 77, 78. Oh, I'm so happy.
And we can wait to celebrate 80 with you, too.
Okay.
How's that?
All
That's
right.
next, right?
But, it's this party at the Charles H. Wright Museum, African American Museum.
On July 18th.
It's sort of a fundraiser. It was a challenge because I've got to fill that place. And I'm going around putting flyers on people's cars and everything.
Wait, I have a vision of Martha Reeves actually walking through a parking lot putting flyers on cars. Is that absolutely true?
I try to do it at night so nobody can catch me.
Oh, I'm sure you'll pack the place.
I walk my 27-story building, put it on everybody's door. It's you feel like, at 4 o'clock in the morning, you feel like you're really doing something wrong. But I got to get the word out, and I got to make sure that this 78th is special.
Well,
I've
we are
given
happy.
birthday parties here in Detroit before, but this is the largest museum, and it's Afro-American. So everybody's invited. And I expect to have a real good time, but I'm going to have a mini Motown review. My loved ones are in heaven, but I hope to have someone singing My Guy, Mary Wells. I want somebody to sing a little duet that I've known since they were 8, 9 years old. Doretha and Freddie are going to sing Marvin Gaye, Tammy Terrell, Ain't Nothing Like the Real Thing.
Great.
So, and then the Fantastic Four are going to come and they're going to maybe sing their own song.
Okay.
But we're going to have some fun.
Yeah.
Yes.
Well, it's
going to
be
have
a great
some big
night.
fun.
So we were digging around in the archives, Martha. Jim Johnson was. And we're going to take you back to 1984. Speaking of Dancing in the Street. Well, there was a little take on that, a different take on that, okay? Julie, do we have that?
Okay.
Okay.
We'll edit it in while we're up.
Was it Dancing in the Seats?
Yes, it was.
It was the Tigers' 84
you
season.
Great.
And then another a rendition of it was Dancing Industry. So I've had the play on the words
Yes,
before.
of course.
Yeah, Dick the Bruiser and I did one.
Yeah, I love it.
On the radio station.
Well,
with
you know,
Dick the
we only
Bruiser.
wish the Tigers were having that kind of a
Yeah,
season right now.
could you sing it again? Maybe get them energized?
Well, I understand there's someone named Jimmy who pitches, and whenever he pitches, they play Jimmy Mack.
Yeah,
So I'm hoping that I can go and see that.
that'd be great.
Well, yeah, I did sing the anthem for the championship team years ago. Maybe I should, and they should ask me to do the anthem again.
We need to
think
bust
so.
your
We
back
need
out.
something.
Yeah, start in the beginning of the season and then let them keep winning. And every time they win, I sing it again.
Great.
I'm a Tigers fan. I really am.
Yeah, so are we. So are we.
So, Martha, we always wonder, what does a Martha Reeves, a legend in Motown and so forth, what do you do all day long? I got an image you sit around being legendary, but what does that entail?
Listen, I'm a grandmother, and I have 2 great-grandchildren. So I do a lot of trying to get to see them. They live in Sterling Heights, and that's a little bit away out of the city. I'm still downtown Detroit, near the county building where I used to work as a city council. So I'm still in the Lafayette Park area. But I do have a lot of things that I do. Like, for instance, we're going to do the Youth Day for Ed Deeb out to Belle Isle on is it the 14th? I think it's the 14th.
It's such a huge
It's
day.
it's tomorrow. It's tomorrow.
It's tomorrow?
Well,
Well, you got a busy
Thursday.
day then.
Yeah,
Wow.
I'm always doing something like that. I've gone to schools, and I'm on the road maybe 30 weeks a year. We just came back from England. However, there's never a day when I don't have something that I have to do by way of representing, and I just got the Ambassador Award from the Rhythm and Blues Hall of Fame, and I'm somewhat of an ambassador. I go everywhere, and I represent Motown. I represent the city council. I represent my church. I mean, I'm just busy. And
That keeps you young.
But I wanted to keep busy because when you're idle and you're sitting about, something will fall on you, roll over on you, or drop on you, or step on you. So I find that it's easy to just keep busy and find
agree.
something that you do every day. I draw. I do a little bit of art. Yeah. And I've been recording. In fact, I have my gospel testimony album called Jesus is the Reason. I don't know distribution. Barry Gordy did that for us. If we recorded something, he knew the people, and between him and Al Abrams and Clarence Avant, they made sure that the records got circulated and they got played on the radio. However, I don't know anything about that. All I know is how to go in the studio and emulate how they record it. They accused me of being an A&R secretary, but I was a spy. I wanted to see how the music was made. I went there for an audition, but I got there too early because somebody gave me a card. William Stevenson gave me a card and asked me to come to Hitsville. That's how I got there. I wasn't one of the ones like on American Idol in that line that I passed
Right.
when I showed
yeah.
up with my card. I'm business. Oh, I want to see Mr. Stevenson. And she said, "Who, you mean Mickey?" I said, "Okay." That's what you
That's the one.
That's the one. So I got to see him, and he asked me what was I doing there. Well, I didn't know protocol. I didn't know you're supposed to take that business card and call for an appointment. I didn't know that. I showed up the next day, that Monday morning, quit my job. Dad said I could because I was living in my dad's house at 21.
Right.
But it turned out to be okay.
It worked
I
for
stayed-
you.
yeah, it
I
was a
stayed
good
there
decision.
every day from 9 to 9. I cut demos and eventually met somebody named Marvin Gaye, who was a drummer. And the song that Vicky was writing when I arrived that day, he left me in the office, said, "Answer this phone, I'll be right back." Well, he was gone 3 hours. I took over. Oh, I started calling the sales department to get money for the musicians. Oh,
Now,
You get things
did.
done.
now,
hey, they shouldn't have asked me.
Right.
Martha, a second ago you said you don't know how to get a song on the radio yourself. Well, all you have to do is say, "Hey, can I sing a song?" And we can get it on the radio like right now. JoAnne and I have that power.
Oh, you can?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so-
I can sing to the track.
You can sing maybe a little a cappella. I don't have the track handy here.
You don't have? I do.
Oh, you've got it?
You got
do?
somebody to play it for me?
Well, we'd have to
Well, I wanted you.
set it all up, but we can do that. We may have to take a pause here. And
Yeah.
then,
That's what we should do.
Hold
So
on.
I could get it
Yes,
out of my purse.
Perfect. Absolutely.
It's my testimony.
yes.
I was reborn in 1977. It took me all this time to actually sing my testimony.
Wow.
But it read like a poem, but it came straight out of my pen.
Fantastic.
You know, when you
Yeah.
when you get yourself together and you have revelations, what you say to God, should be secret, but I kind of want to expose it. I want to say what I said to our Heavenly Father. And rebirth was very important to me because it's another beginning. You can start over again. Even though you think you've done something that you won't be forgiven for, you can be forgiven. And singing is part of your blessing. Everybody can't sing. Ain't that right, Steve?
well, you look at me.
I know, but you got the guitar on the wall. I know. I've heard you sing. You have a beautiful voice.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
You sang at Scarlett's when
have.
you were getting the playground.
And with Scarlett, you've been a great help with us on raising money for Scarlett's Playground. And
I
Scarlett
love
loves you.
Scarlett.
Still
She's
calls
precious.
you Marfa.
Martha, that's right. And you know what's beautiful? I didn't see her for a couple of months.
Oh,
and when I saw her again, she knew my name.
Oh, she doesn't forget anything.
Oh, it's wonderful. It's a thrill.